And Megan Moore is another woman who made a career move into the unknown. She left her job as a TV reporter to chase a passion, and you've likely seen it in the form of a 1965 Ford E100 pickup, the red truck with a whole bunch of flowers poking out of the cab. And now her business truly is blooming. Megan and Daisy Jane Flower Bar manager Sam Meese join us from the brand new storefront in Walnut Hills. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Kyla. It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too. Thank you so much for being with us. So tell us all about the new space and maybe some of the challenges or exciting things about moving from a mobile venture into a storefront location.
Well, Kyla, it definitely has been interesting. You know, when I started out, I didn't really have any plans to open a storefront. It was always just going to be driving around, selling flowers and spreading joy that way. But we have brought Sam Meese on full time. She's been helping me a ton with weddings this year. And it got to the point where, like, we really need a home base and a space to work out of. And a lot of people are also always asking around this time of year, like, when do you stop? You know, eventually it gets too cold to be outside with the flowers. So it is such a great opportunity to allow people to still practice some self-care and be able to come here and build their own bouquet here at the Flower Bar. So it has been, as you said, a lot of pivoting this year, I think, for a lot of businesses. So it's really just figuring out how to best cater to people's needs. And, you know, when I started the business a couple of years ago, obviously I set out having witnessed being in the news business, you know, a lot of difficulty when we go out and do stories. You know, we witness a lot of really sad things. We cover a lot of tragedies. So I knew in my next move, I wanted to spread a lot of joy. And I think I've seen this in full force this year with the pandemic. A lot of people just stressed out and kind of depressed and needing some opportunities to practice self-care. And one of those is with flowers. So that's been a really fun thing, is just being able to provide that for people out with the truck and now with the Flower Bar.
Well, you certainly have been spreading a lot of joy around the tri-state region, Megan. So thank you for that. We're very excited, of course, that you took that leap into this new business venture. And so I'd love to hear from either one of you, or maybe Sam, if you want to speak to taking this venture, again, that has seen such success as a mobile entity and now coming into a storefront. You know, how do you make that as a business? How do you make that sustainable? What are maybe some of the goals that you have moving into this physical brick and mortar space?
Yeah, so one thing, Sam, and you can speak to that, we'll be offering DIY weddings in this space, which is something that we've been excited to offer our brides. We've done a lot of weddings this year.
Yeah, we have. And that way they'll be able to take what you can do at the truck and apply that to their wedding. So we'll have a place here where they'll get a little bit of direction to do that, and they'll be able to make something of their own for their big day.
Another thing, too, that we've had to pivot and offer this year, because we've been limited in obviously being able to have people here in person, is doing virtual classes, which is what we are actually packing up and handing out today are the DIY kits we did with an organization. They couldn't do their in-person event this year, so they were like, hey, could we do something virtual? So that's something we've been doing, and something we've seen a lot of florists and other businesses kind of pivoting to do to kind of get through if they can't host people in their space physically at the moment.
Yeah, those are such great ideas, and I know a lot of entrepreneurs, of course, have faced those challenges this year and have had to pivot and figure out how to still best serve their customers. So I look forward to those classes. That sounds like a really great idea. So lastly, tell us maybe about some of the holiday arrangements or colors or things that people should be looking for when it comes to floral decor, and then how folks can find you if they want to come out to Daisy Jane's.
Yeah, and I'll let Sam speak on that. We're going to have a lot of classes this year.
Yeah, so we are planning on some wreath classes, some door swag classes, as well as some arrangement classes using fresh flowers. We're going to be using a lot of reds and greens, some silvers and gold probably, and we will be offering virtual kits to do that as well. And anyone who wants to stop by, you can come to 772 East McMillan Street. That's where our shop is.
Another thing that we found that is trending, I guess you would say, in the floral industry is dried flowers. So having some everlasting options too, especially when it comes to those wreaths, we'll have some of those options as well. And some in the neutral family, because people love being able to have that for the holiday, but also carry over into the new year. So if you're trying to pay attention to that too, something that can last a little longer than just the holidays.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. Megan Moore and Sam Meese with Daisy Jane's. If you want to find them, you can find them if you're familiar with Walnut Hills, right across from Fireside. Can't wait to visit the new location, ladies. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.